Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Gary. James, good morning. Jose, good morning. KK Fun, good morning. Panos, good morning. Omer, how are you? Good morning. Frida, good morning. There's plenty left. Plenty left. We may have to wait a little bit here. So straight up market, V recovery from yesterday's lows. And let's take a quick look here at what the market is doing and how we're going to handle all this action, right? Crude oil, continuation of the buying pressure into target number 2. Target number 3 is 75.22. Pullbacks are buyable against the 72.08. Russell 2000 hitting target number 4 to the tick, and that actually pulled back versus NQ, for example, that just continued to go higher and higher and higher. We are in a channel. That channel is an upward long channel with a border bottom end of it as 1765. Target number 5 out of this sequence is 1811.4. Gold is struggling with a lower high and consolidating around this range. The bulls can really reassert themselves above 1970.5 with a switch trade, and that will lead to a run up into target number 1 and target number 2. Here we go, ES, a run up, a continuation of that run up from yesterday's reversal. Target number 2 is 40, 55.75. And you see how we broke this channel, came and retested it at this spot, and then now we're pushing higher. So that's a bullish behavior. All this Tesla stuff later on. Here you go. This is such a choppy mess of price action, and a lot of people would look at that and say this is a flag, a bullish flag, right? Because you have higher lows coming into the structure that's consolidating around the medium price of 12,820. So the top end of that flag would be, I mean, obviously the top one is 13,084, but intermediate level is 13,000. And that's, if that happens, then you're looking at a target number 2, 13,179. Okay, so the market is really busting through all these shorts and rolling them over. Gold on a daily basis, that same flag is presenting itself. However, this is a little bit on the weak side in gold, ES. Same pattern as NQ and showing a little bit of strength in this formation. And the top end is 40.70, and we're actually breaking the 40.40 and a quarter, which is important level. So I mean, the bulls are coming in today. At least they're showing themselves at the open or during Globex. Okay, YM channel, there's a captain setup failure into a switch trade. This beautiful signal right there into the close, and then the market runs up through Globex. So there's a bit of a pullback coming in that instrument. All right, so that's that. And looking at NQ, you're looking at a 200 Intirinko and 100 Intirinko that is extended and is in sync. I can't necessarily go against that. I mean, they just hit that next level. The next level after it is going to be 12,920 and a half. So that's the next level. For me to buy here is an extended, I need a pullback, and for me to short is the market is not there yet. So we are going to be patient and just simply wait at the open, that first 15 minutes to half an hour, and see how the market is going to line up. Forex factor, let's see what the news cycle here. Yeah, at the top of the hour, what is this? Today is March the 28th. No, that's a Tuesday. Okay, so Wednesday. All right, so you have pending home sales at the top of the hour. So that's going to be a market mover. And FOMC bar speaks at that time as well. Oil inventory report coming up at 9:30. And then Thursday we got final GDP and employment claims. That's going to be a red folder into Friday. And Friday you have core PCE price index to round up the end of the week, right? Target number 4 in this sequence is happening. Target 920 is what's next. Steven, good morning, Steven. How are you? Good morning, sir. Here comes that 920. So if you look at the 50 NT, good morning, Live Prime. How are you, buddy? You know, 50 NT Rinko, they put 2, 4, 6, 7, put like a 7-prong or 8-prong captain setup short, and they rolled it over. And they rolled that one real over. So that was just interesting for me to watch in the morning. I'm gonna place a couple of orders right here and just see how well my order system is reacting to orders. Okay, so 3 orders right here, and we are canceling these orders. Okay, that looks good. All right, this candle right here, you closed lower at 903. This structure will lead to a push toward 887 and a quarter. If this current candle we are in right now closes lower, you're gonna get a fade in market price that's gonna get us to 886.75. Looks like it's coming. Good morning, Josh. Yeah. So they didn't do that. They did not do it. Okay? That's fine. It is fine. It is fine. Let them do what they want to do. I mean, it's hard for me to really kind of get long up at these levels, and the market is not short yet, so we're coming to this area where between target number 4 and target number 5, which is an area where Typically, the market tends to fade, but tending and doing it is two different things. A little bit of push down here in ES. It's not reciprocated on NQ. So a little bit more weakness coming in ES than NQ right now. See, markets that look like that requires a little bit of patience because the impulse of most people and most traders is trying to fade this. That's the impulse of most people. And I mean, I don't blame them for doing that. However, this is the kind of market that will just become very persistent in its buying interest. And these dips become really buyable and more of a trap than anything else. So what would get me to get short? What get me to get short is a significant move to the downside in the form of a close and a reversal of this current trend in a reversal to 820. I mean, we're right at it right here at the 920. I mean, that is the next target for us. And if you look up, that 925 is FOMC. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. It's never a dull day. Okay, sorry, I was. So basically, we're looking at a channel number one. We have channel number two right now. They're trying to protect this price structure right here, in and around target number four. Here we go back up to that 20. They're trying. They're trying. They gotta break that 20. Yeah. And that 25. Okay, so they hit it. They hit that level. Okay, so the next target in this equation is 45. 45. And 925 is actually FOMC. That's an FOMC number right here. Okay. I mean, this has a little bit of a feel of distribution going on here. We hit the FOMC number to the tick basically, that 925, and we're getting a little bit of a fade here. The pullbacks are buyable till proven otherwise in this market. And how would that look like? You start trading under 885.75. That will be the first sign that the shorts are serious here. So if you close under this 909 by two candles into 905, that will be a break of that channel. Then we want to see how well they handle the 900 and how they will handle the rally to retest. That would be something that I'll be interested in looking at. Value. See, that's the interesting part about a market that looks like this today is just, you know, just uh, during Globex, they just kept inching it higher and higher and higher. And they took out any pullback trades off of it, which means that from a swing trade perspective, you can't necessarily buy anything up here because it's very vulnerable for correction. From a scalping perspective, you're pretty much nervous trying to get in here long because you're anticipating a reversal. But to go short, you will get a grinding price action higher because the momentum is still higher. So that's the kind of market we're in here. Now there is you start breaking that 904 like we talked about, we may start getting a little bit of bleed off. Ooh, that was. I hope not. The wife is homesick, so she may have gave me something. All right, so here we go. Ooh, look at that! I just noticed it. Daily NT Rinko. All right. Here it goes. Here it goes. Yeah, there was a short behavior right here around the 11. So in this spot that we are in right now, the market has broken that channel, those two channels. So right here between 900 and then 90, you want to see what kind of rally the market puts on, and if that rally fails to make another high or break the 25, most likely in and around 17, 18, and reverse, that will set the stage for exhaustive top and a potential, hemorrhage in price action. So that'll be the kind of the early signs of a potential reversal. I mean, here you go. I mean, they're following this. They're following the script. They're following the script. Let's see how far they take it. Yeah, that 14.15. Let's see if they get there. Yeah, here you go. That 9 o'clock news. All right. That's right here is where they need to come in and uh, for the shorts to take control. Right here, exactly where we at. If they fail to break that 25 and close this candle at 15, then that can set the stage in for a consolidation and eventual break of the 900. Right where we at. I mean, what they if they put a premium switch trade right here, that's a buy signal for higher prices into 40. I mean, if you're brave enough to take it. No, okay, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Captain set up short, so they trap these people up there. That's a sign that some of the shorts are coming in, and then be honest with you, a break below 902 will set the stage for a pullback in this market. 902. I mean, there are signs that the market is tired here. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Especially the zone we are in here between the 25 and the 10. The market's struggling. They put on a captain setup and they're retesting it right now. So a close below 11. That means that this structure is tested. Then you're looking at 902. 902 will seal the deal for at least a phase and a pocket of selling interest. That could get us to the 83. So we'll wait and see how the market wants to, act here. I mean, the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, so I'm not gonna look for a short till the market really proves itself. But I'm gonna be aware of these structures and see, okay, this is what I expect the shorts to do, and if they're not doing it, then the market is gonna keep churning up. There you go. Target number 5 in this sequence is hit. So between target number 4 and 5, typically that's when you get a little bit of a fading behavior. There you go. So there is a behavior here that is worth mentioning, is how quickly the selling. It's almost like a program selling. Just like all of a sudden, this market will go down about 20 points quick. They come and pick it up, but look how they're treating the highs. They're fading the highs. So the market makes a high in the form of a brick above 918, go about 10 points and gets faded. Then go back up, break the high and gets faded. Then the price quickly moves lower. That's a negative behavior. That is distribution between target number 4 and 5. Does that mean I go short? No. But that means that here, the way the market is behaving, it's an early signs of a potential reversal. But I need more information personally from this market. Like, we haven't even tested harmony zone 1 or 2 in this behavior. That may be coming up. That may be coming up. But we haven't tested it. Harmony zone number 1 is 95 and a half by 85 half. Harmony zone number 2 is 70 and a half by 60 and a half. In ES, it's 37.75 by 34.75. Harmony zone 2 is 31 half, 28 half. So a little bit extended for the buys, a little bit too early for the shorts. And that puts me in a position to read the market but not participate in it. Good morning, Juan. A switch trade short right here is a good sign, and a close in ES at 42 half is important. We should see a bit of a sell pressure coming in right now. Good morning, Juan. Good morning. See, we're seeing that switch trade in ES work a lot quicker than the NQ one. Like we should be seeing a push into that 905 900, and now it's starting to happen. So structurally, the market is just taking a pause against that break right here. They came in, broke that, tested, but ultimately, you're unless you start breaking target number 5, this area is a consolidation with a bullish bias to it, and that's why you wait. This is exactly why we wait, because we need to see a lot more out of this price action before we commit to the shorts. The shorts are not strong here at all, not yet at least. There is a pause and there's a distribution going on, but you want to see how this distribution is getting handled. Are they picking it up? Are they buying it? Are we looking at higher lows? We are. So you want to see the market resolve itself, and 83 is going to be the level to watch for. If you see 83 out of this market, then at least they are putting on solid formations that you could measure your risk against. If it came, if it if you see a setup that is short, if we see a setup that is short, 83. So you get to 83 rallies, we could start looking at those rallies to see how well they hold. But anything short of that 83, you're really looking at kind of distribution and higher lows. You see, that's another attempt right there, right here. Your closing 902 will be important. Nine, 10, 10 points. Anybody participate in any of this stuff? Anybody put on a trade? Good for you. All right, here we go. So, all right, let's. Like I said, I gotta see a lot more out of this market before, I commit to the short side. Right now, the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, but there is a technical damage that's happening in the market right now. That switch trade in ES was a catalyst. We came and retested right here against this distribution zone around between the 10 to the 25. So pending home sales came out at 0.8 versus the forecast of negative 2.9. What that means? Yeah, 38 is strong. I mean, it's a range bound distribution zone right here. All right, here we go. This is a sign that the shorts are starting to come in. That's the channel on the downside, and it's a gradual decrease in the highs. And this is a railroad with a switch trade that just happened right now with an entry at 908.25. So you're looking for a break below 900, and then ultimately the 83 is the level that we need to see. So I'm still not gonna get short, but I'm reading through this market and seeing more signs that are showing me shorts are stepping in. Somewhere in the Rockies. Good morning, George. Good morning. Yeah, that long at 840. Yeah, I mean the market at the open just kept on going. So here we go. We're seeing that sign right there. Here you go. Here you go. See, it all started with that break. All started with that break right here. And the 83 is coming in. Yeah, let's see that 83. Yeah, you gotta protect yourself. You protect your profit because that's close. So if you have multiple contracts, you wanna get some of it out here and go break even, and then look for to see if we can break 83 and if there's any momentum under it, because this is like literally the first pullback that we've had of any significance. So some of the longs are going to step in here. Hey, good morning, Sayed. Here comes the 83. Yeah, here we go. All right. See that that railroad switch trade behavior. Don't be too optimistic, Gary. 9:29, 1 minute to the bottom of the hour. 15, 15 right here. Why, 38 has been a solid buying interest here in ES. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the market. Well, what's going on with Bitcoin? They put on a spear trade at 27,476, ran it up, broke that channel to the downside. Now this is an issue here. If you close 276, that will be a captain setup short, and a lower high from this captain setup short that they put on at 486. So that's going to be an important thing for Bitcoin. If they put on that type of decision, you're going to get a little bit of a selling pressure. QQQ, that's consolidation. YM, that's a whole lot of mess going on here in a consolidation phase, and you're getting that little break from that channel. Pullbacks are buyable till proven otherwise. I mean, you got to get a little bit more deeper damage to the structure in order for the shorts to take control. We're not there yet. Nvidia, we're trading under the opening price of 268.1, and that's a nice little sell program that came in. Target number 2 is going to be 267.22. 266.23 is target number 3. Rallies are shortable against that 269.18. Microsoft, the gap up, captain set up short at 280.28, and the market is working itself out here. You trade anything under 279, which is the opening price, that will lend itself to rallies to be shorted. Spiders, captain nothing. Well, they failed the captain setup under 399.59. So if we continue to trade under the opening price of 88, this is going to lend itself to reversion to the mean to 398.87. Apple. That's actually nice here. Captain setup, switch trade short, ran it over, and now it's coming back down to those levels. So that's telling me that the market right here is consolidated. There's a lot of distribution going on at these higher levels, but the flush will happen the minute we break the opening price of 159.48, and then you could start going short. These are the dailies. Netflix, target number 1 is hit on this rotation. You have a railroad, 2 railroads, and a switch trade short, all in this rotation. So you have a stop of 328.60, and you got target number 2 at 26.82. 26.29 is the opening price. Tesla, a lot more pronounced price action. They sold it into target 4, and they started that rotation here with an inception trade short at 194.52, and then you got all these rotations lower. Gold, nothing burger here. Okay, it's consolidation under Globex. It's the longs can take control above 70.6 because that puts a switch trade, and we already broke that downward channel that we had. So that can lend itself to a run up to 75, 77, and potentially 89 if we close this candle up at 70.7. Russell 2000, one candle, lower high, and you're seeing NQ starting to perform on the short side. And here we're still in an upward channel, but we're producing a lower high against target number 4, and the shorts need to control 1784.4. Crude oil still moving higher above Globex 37.61. Pullbacks are viable. ES and NQ. NQ, we have the 100 NT wrinkle and the 200 NT wrinkle out of sync. We started the rotation and distribution pattern with the break of the channel around the 1907.5. Market came, retested with a captain setup, blew everybody out of the water with a breakout that failed, and then you made a lower high into that formation. And that formation is a switch, a railroad and a switch trade all together. So the double shorts in that rotation. And then you got a bit of a selling pressure coming in. 83 is that level that we needed to see. And now the next level is going to be a break below 59. And 59 is the bottom end of harmony zone number 2. And if you get that, the odds are of a close at 46 is high. And then at that point, I can participate on the short side on rallies and on setups. The 200 and the 100 will be in sync on the short side. But I feel like we saw the early signs of this distribution, especially with the structure break of that channel and the retest of it, then this rotation right here. They're giving up that 38 on ES as well. So just so let's ask a couple of questions here. One of them: what has to happen in order for me to go long? What has to happen in order for me to go short? In order for me to go long, I need harmony zone number 2, which is the 70 to the 60 range, to hold, and then a cloud positive and a 907 showing up. Okay, then a pullback that will give me a signal to the upside. So that's the first thing that needs to happen on the long side. And it looks like it may be a tall order against these higher levels, but you never know. It could simply will happen. What would I do in order for me to get short? I need a break below 45.50 and then a rally back up, and I'm looking for formations and I'm looking for structure. So that's what would happen for me in order for me to go short. Anything in between, I'm gonna train myself to read the market during this time and see how well I'm connecting with all this price action. but that's what's actionable to me. Which means I need to be patient and wait. Yeah, thank you, Brian. So your wife trades too live? Okay, good. That's interesting. Patience, patience, yeah. All right, how's everybody doing in the room so far? Adam, are you still in that trade? Short, Brad, Gary, how are you doing? Sheila, James, any trade? Jose, Juan, Ken, KK, Panos, Steven, Syed, Omer. Oh, meaning that, okay. Down one trade. Steven, okay. Scalping Sheila, okay. Ken, good morning, Ken. How is KK and Ken? Very green. I like the sound of that. Mr. Very Green over here. Yeah, I saw that loan captain. 75 to 85, 86. There we go. So that's, they need to protect that 66. The longs need to do that. And here comes the retest of the bottom end of that harmony zone number 2. So we know what's actionable for me, and my criteria today is high. I get it, but that's the kind of market I need to be a little bit more patient with. There we go. '83, '83. So that's the only signal that they gave us. Let's see here. All right, all right. What are we gonna do here? Yeah, well, I mean, we're seeing the selling pressure coming in. We see the heaviness in price action. We're looking for um, the 45.50 to show up. We're not too far away, and then we'll participate on the short side on rallies. And or if they want to defend this and hold it, then we need to see prices above 85.95 and yeah, the 95 definitely. Then we can play that game. Patience is a trade. Patience is a trade. Well, on a positive note, Apex has approved my third payment from my PA account. So that's that one right here. Deal support a harmony trading system, and we are getting paid here for this PA account. I was this PA account 1706. So that's getting approved for the March 31st payment. And that'll be my third payment from them. I had two other ones. I shared that with you guys. Let's see here. There's two grand between March 1st and the 7th. I took that one. And then we had another one that came in December of last year. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to show my bank account, but let's see here. Sorry, here we go. Yeah, so that's a December payment, November 31st, the beginning of December. So I got paid 2 grand on that one. Then I got paid 2 grand on the first of March, and the end of March. Two more payments there. One for 2 grand and one for 1,700. So that's that, and more to come. More to come. You should be close, Adam, right? On your evals. You're not too far off. It's all about that threshold, my friend. It's all about that threshold. Yeah, on this set that you are in right now, you should be close. Okay, Syed, good job. Okay, yeah. It's just all about sizing. It's kind of be patient with it. You don't have to do it in one day. Just be patient with it. mean, be honest with you, Apex is really the best program out there for that type of deal. But the threshold really is a beast. That's where in two things: oversizing and the threshold. If you oversizing goes against you, obviously you're gonna take a hit, but oversize too early. And also, if you the threshold, you have to scalp these markets in order for the threshold not to be a factor, and phasing in and phasing out. So not necessarily going in there with all the size at the same spot, but just in a range. Get in slowly and get out same way. So that helps me with the Apex. It's a different trading than if you're trading your live account. That's just the reality of it. In your live account, you have a little bit more flexibility in how you want to manage all of it. But with Apex, you have to do it in a very distinct way in order for you to pass the PA, I mean the eval. And then once you pass it, the real work starts. And the real work is you have a live account with a little bit of limitations. And you have to get over the emotional blocks, and then you have to get over the threshold. And the best way to do it is don't rush it. Just make good decisions, and just that's that. Oh yeah, that's the words of a wise man right there. Be like water. And I'm just gonna share with you another thing. Once you get to the PA account and you pass it and you have the capacity to withdraw money, don't get cute. Trust me on this. Don't sit there and think, oh, I'm gonna grow the account. The value is in you taking the money out, and then do it again. Then do it again. Then then after that, start dividing your accounts. Like let's assume you have 10 of them. You take maybe 5 out and cash them out and leave 5 and let them run. Okay? I see so many traders that will get to PA and they have the capacity to withdraw money, and they sit there and they have this grand idea that this is going to be a mutual fund and they're going to grow this account, and you are 3-4 decisions away from blowing it and end up not cashing out, and you spend the time and now you don't have the money to show up for it. You spend time and money and you don't have money to show for it. So do yourself a favor. You get to a PA and I know some people will disagree with me, okay? And that's fine, okay? But I've seen it way too many times where then, people get to the PA and they can withdraw money, and all of a sudden a bad day happens and boom, all of it is gone. And there's nothing more frustrating than being in that position. Because what happened to all your work and the time you spent? You have zero to show for it. So get to, especially early on in your Apex experience, take the fucking money. Take it and run. Your first couple of, yeah, pool man, you lose the deal account. What do you mean the deal account? I mean I mean you blow up the PA, you blow up the PA. You just basically you have to start over. But at least guess what? Well, I mean, let me show you. Well, that PA, that last one that I just collected 1700, I drained it to only where I have $100 in it right now. So I cannot trade it anymore. So for all practical, it's not blown, but if I take one trade, it will blow it. And I don't care. I don't care. I'll start this whole process over and I'll get it done again. But the next step, the next step is I'm going to do 10 accounts and I'll get them to the threshold and to the PA where I can collect money, and I'll cut them in half. Half of them I'll let them ride, and the other half I'm going to cash all the way out. So if any whatever weird shit happens and something happens to those other five accounts, at least I have money in my account or money in my bank, in the bank based on all my effort with Apex. You know why, Adam? Psychologically, if you stay in, I don't know why. I mean, maybe just the emotional pressure of it, um, especially with a small account like a 50,000, which most traders are playing with those. You are literally not too many trades away from cutting into that profit. So emotionally, as the trader, especially the first couple of times that they get into the payment, there's something that goes on with them, and they start changing their behavior once they get to the money part. And I will tell you, I would comfortably say more than 90% of the traders that get there end up blowing that account before they pick up any money. And I've just seen it. So it's a psychological thing. And I don't think the majority of people are set up to take that. So I'm telling them, you get to that money, especially the first couple of times, take the money. Take the money. Yes, I stopped trading when I withdraw the money. I stopped. So in that account, that last one I showed you, the 707, um, I took the first 2 grand, which left. It's a $50,000 account, so it left it at 500. Then I worked with my way from 500 all the way to 2 grand basically, again, and then I took that money, and now it's drained back to 100. I cannot trade it with 100, but once you make the withdrawal, you got to stop trading in that account, because what happens if a trade goes against you, and now it kills the, you have to have a minimum in your account before you withdraw, especially the first time around. You have to have 2,500 in a 50,000. if you're making a withdrawal that would is a significant withdrawal to the account, then you have to stop trading. But if it's not a significant amount, like you have 10 grand and you're taking 1,000, yeah, trade away. No. It's that account is done. That account is, and again, I'm telling you, I don't care. It's like that doesn't bother me at all. I'll do it again and again and again. And see, this is the key. When you get to that point once, you pretty much crack the code when it pertains to you as a trader. Okay? You cracked the code of how to do it because you've done it. And it becomes just a process of repeating it. Now, I understand why people say, well, I went through all this trouble of they have double captain setup on the 40 and the 30 NT wrinkle, by the way. So we're getting a little bit of buy interest right now against Harmony Zone number 2. So we need to see a push that will take us to 95. Then we can start looking at pullbacks as a buying opportunity at that point. Okay, so I understand the logic clearly of, I went through all this trouble of going through the PA for evals and then the PA, and now I'm just taking the money and blowing that account by taking the money. So, then the next time I'm going to lose money by having to do it again. If you can answer this question clearly and you're confident in it, that you can handle the emotion of having that account and growing it and growing it and growing it without any significant drawdowns, without you having to withdraw any money, and you're comfortable with that, then do that. But I've just seen it so many times where the emotional pressure on the trader becomes so immense that they get to that point and they fumble and they get upset and then they blow the PA account. Just way too many times. So it's almost like you're assuming that's going to happen and then you're preventing it by taking the money out. And maybe this is just a psychological trick that I felt like I had to do to prevent myself from self-sabotage. Because that's ultimately what it is. You get to that point and all of a sudden you start acting stupid and crazy in the market and you end up blowing it. Okay? So for me to prevent myself from being in that position, I made it a rule for myself. It's like, hey, listen, I get to this point, it doesn't matter. Take the money, walk away, do it again. And prove to yourself that you can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it 3 times. Now the next set of accounts, treat them differently then. Cut them in half and let 5 ride and see how you do with them. But take 5 out completely and re-up them. And I think that is a better approach than trying to grow all the accounts. Because a bad day is going to happen. And or self-sabotage could happen. So prevent yourself from self-sabotage that way. Anyway, so that's my thought process on that. And I know some of you agree, some of them saying you're crazy, and those don't agree. Just get to that point and then do what works for you. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a bounce, which is a good thing to see. And they're trying to protect harmony zone number 2. So it was an 83 to 55 push toward target number 3. What will make this market long is a push to that 95, then a pullback that I can um, look at from the perspective of an entry point. Because the 200, the 100 NT wrinkle will be in sync with the 200 at that point, Adam. Yeah, 895. Thank you, Wudon. Appreciate it, man. I know, Omer. It's this market has been lethargic in this way for the past 5 sessions, and this is the time when you really have to kind of be very patient and very selective. I mean, that's a winning day, Adam. That's a winning day, my friend. Sometimes winning is just walking away. That's winning. Winning is um, Kenny Rogers. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, and when to walk away. That's one of my favorite songs, "The Gambler." Look it up, Kenny Rogers. So today is when you walk away, and break even is a winning day, my friend. I mean, I haven't put a trade yet, but that's just because my qualification for a trade is a bit stringent right now. I'm looking for the 200 and the 100 to be in sync, fresh reaction, and the market really was extended. So that doesn't mean that, I wouldn't find myself trading later on. A potential captain setup switch trade on the 30 NT Rinko if we break above that 85. That will set the stage up for a bit of buying interest. They're putting a captain setup short on ES. A little bit more pressure coming in. No captain setup switch trade on the 30 NT Rinko. You have a double captain setup that started at the 40 and the 30, pushing the price higher. But we need to see the 95 happen. That what will make it long. Take the money. Take the money, man. Captain set up switch trade on the 40 NT Rinko. I mean, that may set us up for that 95 anyway. Yeah, that may set us up for the 95.80. That's interesting. Yeah, we should run up here to 95. Here it comes. Here comes that 95. All right, so now pullbacks are buyable, and we are looking for a signal to go long against the double captain setup with a captain setup switch trade and a retest of it. So I want to see a pullback that could take us to the 85.75, and I want to see 75.68. Okay, I want to see that and start looking for an entry. I don't want to see us running above 905. That will take away from the trade. So let's see how they're gonna do it here. Need a pullback. And this zone here between 73 to 80, that's an important area for us to hold on to. So the 80, the 90, the 200, man, if they're gonna run it up like that, and that's gonna take that potential away from me, and then I have to wait for a bigger pullback and a consolidation if we see anything above 900. I was hoping to see a pullback before that. Are they gonna give us a chance, or are they gonna just run it up like this? Okay. Uh, no problem. No problem. Let them run it up like this and let them pull it back. But now I would have to look for a more like multiple combination of things. Okay, so if we get a pullback to target number one, I'm not gonna take the first turn back up. I'm gonna have to look for a higher low and maybe like railroad with a switch trade, captain set up long, something that is telling me that the pullback is a lot more stable. I was hoping from that 80, well, the 95, was it 95? 90, yeah, 95 is to see a bit of a pullback into the 85, 75, and they're just running this thing up. It's, as you notice, the market has this grinding personality. It grinds up, it grinds down. Yeah, Frida. I mean, that's. I'm sitting here waiting on it myself. But be honest with you, I mean, that's an exercise in discipline. If it's not there, I'm not compelled to do anything till it comes to me. That's patience. That's discipline. I mean, this the past 2 days. That's what I was about to show you. Uh, the 28th and the 29th, I don't have any trades. I mean, that's just yesterday. There was a couple of opportunities, but didn't quite come up to the level that I wanted to, so I passed on them. They all worked, and today we just simply are waiting for what you saw, and I don't have a pullback to buy into, so I'm still waiting on that. So that's the 29th. I have zero trades past 2 days, but that's fine. I mean, I'm like literally $200 from my equity high since the beginning of the year. So I could sit here for a little bit and just wait for the highest quality setups, and when they show up, I'll take them, and if they don't show up, I'll wait. No problem. Yeah, good job, Brad. Good job. We're, I mean, they may be putting here Captain set up short at a close of 902.75, and then we'll see how well they handle the pullback. I'm gonna step away for just a moment here. So I mean, look what they're doing here. Putting captain setup short, and they put another captain setup short right to it, right next to it. Any day you see something like that, you'll say, okay, let me get short here at 908 with a stop above 920 and look for a pullback into 96. But just the market is just, I'd rather be long than short. They're about to fail this thing too. Interesting market today. It's an interesting market. Not much of a pullback and slow price action. So I'm gonna find myself waiting. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, it's 11 o'clock right now. No trades done for today. And we will do it again tomorrow. No trade is a trade by itself. All right, guys, we'll see you bright and early tomorrow. Let me see here. Before we leave, just sending a couple of emails, a couple of texts here.